that's Carter's Little Fills, which of course is a Carter picking song. It's from this book, Great Country Riffs for Guitar by John Chappell. It's the first Carter picking song I learned after Wildwood Flower, and anytime I played it for somebody, they would think it was Wildwood Flower. They're not really that similar, but the whole style is very recognizable, and Wildwood Flower is kind of the flagship song that everybody recognizes. As you've seen, we can do it with a lot of songs like Worried Man Blues, Amazing Grace, Will the Circle Be Unbroken, and the beginning versions that they introduced in our book, including Michael Row Your Boat. John Chappell mentions the uncle, the founder of the band, A.P. Carter, as the guitarist. Alvin Pleasant is his name, and every other source says Maybelle Carter is the scratch player. I'm not sure if John is implying that Alvin also played this style, but everybody else says that it was Maybelle. The basic idea is that the bass is carrying the melody, and you strum the parts of the chord above that. So you're holding your chords as much as possible, and it was called a scratch technique. Maybelle used her finger for the chord. I'll be using a flat pick. So what we have here is a normal run into the C. You'll find that in La Bamba. So we just run from a G, a standard scale run, G, A, B, to the C. That's our bass note. Then we do a strum of the chord. We don't have to be exact. The tabs will show us 3 notes, but you're just strumming at the top of the chord. And immediately hammering on the G string, the A note goes in. Even if you're not Carter picking, this is something you want to be able to do with your C chords. Move that middle finger around. Onto the A note gives you a C6. On the 4th string, if we hit it open, that's a D, a C add 2 or an add 9, and into the E. As you recognize, when we have 6s and 9s in our chord, we're actually playing a pentatonic scale. So this features the pentatonic scale in a country manner, so it's a major pentatonic. Here's that first riff again, run into the C. Beat 1 is the bass note of the C. Count-wise, that's 2 and 3 and 4. The finger hammers onto the A, and then is removed at the end of the bar, then goes where it belongs on the 4th string. So it's 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Hammer on from the D to the E, strum the chord down and up, open the D again. That again focuses on that 2, so we're very pentatonic. And we go into an F chord. Leave your bass note on the C though. So we strum the top of the F chord, and then play the open D string. That's the 6 on the F chord, another pentatonic note. So here's the F again. Hit the D again. And then this open A as we walk down to the G note. Here's what we have so far. Bass run to C. Now I'm on the G note, the alternate bass for the C chord. Do the same A note hammer. Hammer onto the A, strum the top of the C. Hammer on D to E. And then do a chromatic run from F to F sharp to the G note in the next bar. So our chords are C's, F's, and G's. C, F, C over G, chromatic into the G. Here we have what's called cross picking, which is a banjo roll style. If you're using your thumb and fingers, you'd be doing banjo rolls. With your pick, it's cross picking. I'm hearing 3 over 2. These sound like triplets, 1 and a, 2 and a. But they're not, they're still 8s. 1 and 2 and 3 and. it gives you a real syncopation there because we're hitting this 7th fret, the bass note, the loud note again, on the and of 2. So we get this syncopation in the middle of the bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Either in the first bar or in the second, you'll get this straightened out. We got 3 beats and 3 beats. Those are 8th notes, and that gives you 6 out of the 8. So we have to straighten it out by adding the 2 at the end. So you'll get 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This is a staple for country music, and it finds its way into all other styles too. Chuck Berry uses it in the introduction to Johnny B. Good. There, those to me sound like triplets. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a, but they're not. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And there at the end, you hear the 2 notes to get us back on our 8th notes so you can feel that bar has ended. The way I'm cross-picking this is I'm going down, down, and up. I'm doing almost a sweep pick, an economy picking pattern, so the 5 and the O are downs. I hit the open B on the way up as I move to the next chord. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And that finishes this bar. We continue with another banjo roll or cross pick on the 2. And that completes your G chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C. You can also do alternate picking. It could be down, up, 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 down. Sorry, I said an up here when I did the pull-off, so I actually lost the down and up pattern there. But that's the G anyway. Those aren't triplets, although to me they actually feel like them. I feel at least 3s. You can't tell by my writing here, but these are 4 beats with a hammer-on the and of beat 2. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that part settles down a bit. Here's another hammer-on. These are all 8th notes now. Hammer on D to E. Down, up on the C chord. Pull off A to G. I should make this a pull-off as well. I don't actually know if I forgot to put it there or if in the book it's not actually a pull-off. We'll see when I put the picture up. So let's do our G again, cross-picking on the G. C. Again, leaving my C bass note in my F chord. I'm going to hit that bass note. I'll use my pinky on the other 3, the F, make the F chord, but lift the A note out so you get the 2 of the chord, the add 9, bass, strum, hammer. And we do that twice there, obviously. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. At this moment, I'm letting go of my bass notes, because here I have to be rid of them so I can hammer on the D note. So when I get it right, I'm letting go of the bass note right after that F, so that I can free a finger up for the hammer on there. Straight pentatonic run, hammer-ons all the way up. Strum on the open strings of the G, hammer the A in and pull it out. Hopefully, when you land this G note, I will hold it and apply the rest of the C chord with my pinky. Usually I don't remember and I move my ring finger. those are quarters. I ran out of room for my rests. That's beats 1, 2, 3 on the C chord. Usually I play eighth notes down and up in there. And then we get this nice little turnaround. I'm going to play everything else up to the turnaround first here. So here we run into C again. Now these are chords 1, 4, and 5. This 8 and 10 idea is this F chord, which is a bar chord based on your A. But what we're doing is playing 8, 8, and 10. This 8 is the G note, that's the 2 again of the F. And we hammer on the A at the 10th here. So it's 8, 8, 10, hammering on the A. The 7 and 5, Chappell did not locate there. I can't recall actually where he did. I like them here. As I'm moving from the 8th position through the 7 and 5 to a C chord. The C is identical to the F down here at the 3rd fret. Then this 3, 3, and 4 is G. It's just the top of it. And 0, 1, and 1, 0, and 2 is the C. And then one more pentatonic run off the C. Hammer on the A and pull it off. Try to hold that G note there while you hit the open strings of the G chord. And continue to hold it into your C chord. And that's all it is. I will try to play it here a couple of times for you. 1, 2, 3.